everyone, and welcome back to Top Spoon. Today we are counting down 5 of the weirdest coincidences ever. Only 5 today, but you might see another one of these videos very soon, so stay tuned. Starting off our list at number 5 is the Hoover Dam coincidence. Building the Hoover Dam was a pretty dangerous job. In fact, 112 people died building the dam. The first, a man named J.G. Tierney on December 20th, 1992. The last, J.G.'s son Patrick, who died 13 years later to the day. You'd think he would have been more careful, but I don't know. Next up, at number 4, involves Poe and some cannibalism, so I guess it kind of makes sense. In 1838, Edgar Allan Poe wrote a book about a boat that sinks and the stranded survivors eat a cabin boy named Richard Parker. In 1884, a real ship sank off Nantucket. There were 4 survivors stranded in a lifeboat. One of them was named Richard Parker. Pretty much needless to say, they ate him. At number 3, the Titanic coincidence. 14 years before the Titanic sank, Morgan Robertson wrote a book about a ship described as unsinkable that sank on an April night by striking an iceberg 400 miles from Newfoundland after moving too fast at 25 knots. On April 14th, 20 minutes before midnight, the Titanic, moving too fast at 23 knots, struck an iceberg 400 miles from Newfoundland. Robertson's boat carried only 24 lifeboats and 2,500 people died. The Titanic carried only 20 lifeboats and 2,200 people died. The only real difference between the two, Robertson's boat was not named the Titanic, but the Titan. Think about that one for a minute. Coming in at number 2 is a quick but really crazy coincidence. In 1974, a man named Neville Eben died in Bermuda. A taxi struck the moped he was riding. 1 year later, to the day, his brother died riding the same moped on the same street, hit by the same taxi that was carrying the same passenger. And if that isn't crazy enough, the number 1 coincidence, the Lincoln-Kennedy coincidence. This one goes on forever, so here you go. Abraham Lincoln was elected to the House of Representatives in 1846 and the presidency in 1860. John F. Kennedy was elected to the House of Representatives in 1946 and the presidency in 1960. Both presidents defeated the incumbent vice president for the presidency. Both of their vice presidents, and ultimately their successors, were Southern Democrats named Johnson, born in 1808 and 1908, respectively. Both presidents were shot in the head, seated next to their wives on a Friday. Both assassins had 3 names with 15 letters in their name and were killed in police custody before their trial. John Wilkes Booth, who shot Lincoln in a theater, fled to a warehouse, and Lee Harvey Oswald, who shot Kennedy from a warehouse, fled to a theater. This one goes on, and we're going to leave it at that for now. Be sure to check back next week here at Top Spoon for the top 10 Disney princess movies. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video and want to see more, be sure to give us a big thumbs up and click that big red subscribe button down below. Click up here to the left to watch our last video and here to the right to subscribe. See you next time here at Top Spoon.